So over the last 24 hours, there has been a lot of conversation about an incident that took place at a Nox Pro Wrestling event over the weekend involving the son of MMA fighter Rampage Jackson, Raja Jackson.
Yeah.
He was a guest at the Nox Pro Wrestling event, Nox Experience. He'd been invited by the reigning champion of the company, AJ Manor. Now, he's not a big wrestling fan, is Raja, but he's big on Kick, on the streaming platform Kick.
Yeah, and I believe he is an MMA fighter.
Yes, he is indeed. Yeah, there was recently as well. He was he was taken out with a concussion at a recent sparring incident as well, and that kind of comes into what we're going to talk about here today. So Raja was at this show, and earlier in the day there was an incident between Raja Jackson and the wrestler Psycho Stu, in which Stu assumed that Raja Jackson was somebody who was going to be part of the show and hit him with a beer can, hit a beer can across his head. Some reports say it was a prop beer can. Some people say it was like an actual beer can.
Yeah.
But either way, hit a man who had a recent concussion with a beer can. Now, Psycho Stu did not know that he'd had a recent concussion, nor did he know that he wasn't part of the show. This led to a very tense situation in which, as soon as Psycho Stu was made aware that Raja Jackson was not part of the show, he attempted to apologize several times. An apology was agreed upon on the proviso that they could work it into an angle on the show. Because Raja's got all the camera crew there and stuff as well. It was kind of deemed that it was something that might be part of the show anyway. So it was put in place that that Raja Jackson would get revenge during Psycho Stu's match on the show. And a thing was then from there was an apology and a handshake, but there was a plan in place where Raja would get into the ring and take down Psycho Stu and get his revenge. So all of this is caught on video because it's streaming it on Kick at the same time. The whole night is streamed on Kick. The later clip we see Raja encouraged by AJ Manor to, quote, give Stu a receipt, a term that is used obviously between wrestlers when one hits a bit hard, the other can hit back and essentially give as good as he gets. The stream catches everything. Raj is saying he'll be happy as long as he gets his lick back. The live chat is open during the entire video feed, and there's footage of Raja ringside, and the chat are winding him up. The chat are getting to him saying, "Oh, you know, why don't you knock the guy out? Yeah, why don't you do this?" Rampage Jackson, Raja's dad, even calls Raja and does not help the situation at all, in which he's asking why he's at a, quote, baby oil show hugging grown men in tights. Rampage makes several homophobic comments as well about wrestling, ultimately just adding fuel to the fire with Raja, who is now getting rage baited by his chat and his own dad while this show is going on. He's ringside, and in a moment caught on stream just before the incident, Raja can be heard saying, when they're talking about the bit he's going to run in and do, saying that he was going to hit Psycho Stu as hard as he could until he was pulled away.
Then in the match itself, which is again being streamed on Kick on Raja Jackson's channel, Raja enters the ring, performs a takedown on Stu, and then he gets into the mount position and punches him repeatedly, and it's very uncomfortable. He doesn't stop.
Would not recommend watching it. It's really awkward and uncomfortable.
He just stops moving almost straight away. Blood starts flowing. It's coming out of his ears. It's coming out of his nose, his eyes, his mouth. But Raja just doesn't let up, and eventually a wrestler tries to intervene, and it takes a few more wrestlers coming out in order to sort of get him under control. It seemed to be that Douglas Mallow was the one who took hold of him, grapples him away into the corner, as more wrestlers come toward and just sort of try and keep him under control. The audience are just very sort of taken aback by the whole
you can
thing
hear
as well.
screaming from the crowd as all this is going on. Mallow was, I think, probably the hero of the hour here, because Mallow puts him in a headlock, takes him down, and even bites him at one point to try and bring sort of Raja to heel. But this whole thing has got completely out of control. But in amongst all this, like, there's a match going on, and there's a weird bit as well where the ref throws up the X, but then counts the pin on a clearly unconscious, unwell Psycho Stu. It was a weird old moment.
It was something that clearly took them all very much by surprise. But he gets dragged into the corner and then led out of the building. Footage then from a little bit later on shared of Raja Jackson outside the venue shows him declaring that he's tired of being disrespected, that he was standing up for himself, but he's also confronted by another wrestler in the clip trying to probably stall him to stay at the venue until the police arrived, but then he's encouraged to walk away from the scene. Another video then shows Raja taking a call from AJ Manor, who says the doctors can't wake Stu up and he's flatlined in the ring. Raja then responds by just saying, "My bad."
My bad. And my bad. Raja is like, he's pacing back and forth. He is clearly very angry at
he's
everything.
Got blood on him.
It's blood on his shirt. It's the fact that he just goes, "My bad."
Yeah, the LAPD confirmed to TMZ that their officers have responded to what happened and there is a police report. The case is now under active investigation. Police haven't yet commented on whether any charges are going to be filed. Douglas Mallow, one of the wrestlers who intervened, told USA Today that Smith was awake and talking yesterday, but he had broken bones in his face and lost a lot of his teeth. It was said that while he was in the ring, Psycho Stu was said to be choking on his blood and his own teeth following the assault.
It's just, it makes for grim viewing, that whole incident. And there's been a big outpouring of love as well for Psycho Stu from the wrestling community. One of those who reached out was Miro from WWE, who tweeted, "I've known and trained with Psycho Stu for 15 years. He's a former US Army veteran and an amazing guy. There are no excuses for what happened in that ring. Praying for a strong kick out." Now, obviously, some have taken Rampage Jackson's side, and when you sort of watch a lot of the video, you can see that this is a young man who has had a concussion recently, who has been goaded and wound up to the point where it's led to this. Like, there's, people talk about anger issues, post-concussion syndrome as well. But this was something that was, this was an incident that was obviously started by Psycho Stu for misunderstanding the role in which Raja was playing on the night. Psycho Stu, as you can see, there's footage of them shaking hands and making peace in the valley. But then it's agitated more by not just people who are watching on Kick, but Raja's own dad, Rampage Jackson, seemed to agitate the situation further.
And he's a fish out of water here as well. The level of aggression that he may be used to in mixed martial arts isn't something that you're gonna see anywhere near regularly within a wrestling ring. So it's just a really horrible situation. It wasn't what I wanted to wake up to yesterday morning. It was really jarring to see. So it's just, sending all the best to Psycho Stu, but it's just... It's just horrible, yeah.
Rampage Jackson put out a statement on his social saying, "I want to clear up the misinformation about my son, Raja. I've been confirmed that the wrestler Stuart Smith, a.k.a. Psycho Stu, is awake and stable. Raja was unexpectedly hit in the side of the head by him moments before Smith's match. Raja was told that he could get his payback in the ring. I thought it was part of the show. It was bad judgment and a work that went wrong. Raja is an MMA fighter, not a pro wrestler. I had no business involved in an event like this. I don't condone my son's actions to physical contact. So I don't condone my son's actions at all. He suffered a concussion from sparring only days ago and had no business doing anything remotely close to physical contact. As a father, I am deeply concerned with his health and the well-being of Mr. Smith. That being said, I am very upset that any of this happened. My main concern now is that Mr. Smith will make a speedy recovery. I apologize on his behalf and to Kick for the situation." Rampage Jackson was watching this happen. There's this video. The Jackson stream a lot is what I've learned from this. Like, Raja Jackson live streamed his entire night at Nox, and Rampage was streaming his night as well, and he was in a nightclub watching the clip back, and you can see the person that Rampage was with was wincing as he did so. Rampage responded by saying he's going to go to jail. He might even be banned from Kick. Like, I don't know the idea of one being more important than the other.
I think I read that they'd lost their Kick accounts, or they've been suspended. So
since then, he has been banned from Kick for that.
Yeah, but I think that jail's probably the bigger headline than getting banned from Kick there.
Yeah, Nox Pro Wrestling is an affiliate company of WWE. They've been mentioned recently as part of the WWE ID program, where WWE ID talent can compete. It's owned and operated by Salofa Fatu, a.k.a. Rikishi.
And Gangrel.
David Heath. Now, a statement has come out from Nox Pro Wrestling Ad Academy regarding the incidents.
They said, "First and foremost, our thoughts and prayers are with our brother, Mr. Stuart Smith, Psycho Stu, as he remains a priority. and we are monitoring his well-being. What was supposed to be a planned and agreed-upon wrestling spot turned into a selfish, irresponsible act of violence against Mr. Smith. This egregious act is reprehensible and never should have occurred. In the 17 years of operation of Nox Pro Wrestling Academy, there has never been anything as heinous take place such as this, and we apologize to our patrons and fans.
So as it stands, as we say, as we report this to you today, Stuart Smith, Psycho Stu, is in a stable condition. Obviously, a road to recovery is coming back, and we send our absolute best. And the LAPD are investigating this matter as well. And when we know more about this situation, we'll let you know more at cultaholic.com.